And there we go. Earth Circle acquired. We're only missing what, I think the wind one now? Far east of Yuela. Across the eastern mountains, the Zoff commander looks over the widespread plains of Disneyfrode. His army is lined up in formation as it looks down on the countryside. This is the Tokiya country. It belongs to Disneyfrode, and the clan with the honorable duty of protecting the north governs it. It's full of blacksmiths and martial artists who have trained through history. Even the Emperor acknowledges their skills. The soldiers standing under the red flag remain disciplined as they wait. A helmeted man sits down and glares. He has a glittering sword on his shoulder, and is covered in intricately designed armor from head to toe. They embody the history and honor of Disneyfrode. A soldier strides up and kneels before the man. "Shogun, I have a report." The man's sharp eyes turn to his subordinate. "I hope it's good news this time. Something to satisfy those nobles." Although his tone is low and quiet, the kneeling man's shoulders shake. Shining Moon has accomplished her mission. That is the report. "Oh?" His voice rises in surprise. "So she did it. Well then, well then. And? What did she say?" "She is waiting for her next orders." She is not returning then. I can hardly think that she realized it. Although, they are sisters and quite similar. "Sir?" "No, just talking to myself." "And those people will be arriving in the capital tomorrow." This also confirms the rumors that we've heard about Yuela. I wonder. Well, it'd be more suspicious if they were hiding nothing. Alchemists are the kind to always be thinking. What answer should we send to Moon? Ignore her. "Sir? Is that okay?" "I know those girls well. They would realize it if we sent them on a fool's errand." "Tell the castle we will be returning in the evening." "Sir." The soldier stands and walks away. The man strokes his thick, black beard. Still, I am surprised that she had the strength to defeat her sister. They really are the daughters of their parents. She will realize it sooner or later, but there is much to do before then. The man looks up at the clouds passing in the wind. He raises his voice to address his soldiers. "Look, the sky is blue, the clouds are white, but what is our land?" He looks down the hills before him. "We must protect the people of our country. We must train hard for what is coming." A cry that shakes the mountains like an earthquake comes in response from his troops. The man stands up, mounts his horse, and descends down the hill with his troops. Alright, some shit going down in Disneyfrode now. I sense somebody nearby when I wake up. The room looks empty, but then I catch sight of Yuela waiting by the doorway. "Good morning. What's the matter? Come in." I sit up on my bed and put my jacket on. Yuela enters my room quietly, and walks right up next to me. She doesn't say anything. "What's the matter? Were you waiting for me to wake up?" I still have a hard time reading her expression, but it looks like she's trying to say something. It just seems like she's very carefully trying to find the right words.
先ほど連絡が来た。
I just received a message. I'm stunned. Her orders from her country finally arrived. What did it say? Yuela stops, like she's confused.
何も。
Nothing. Nothing? What do you mean? Did you get a message or not?
何も指示はなかった。
There were no orders. Huh? Then, that means... I stand up. I try to think of what to say as I step up to her. What are you going to do then? Are you going home?
お前はどう思う？
What do you think? I think it would be better for her if she did. Fixing her sword should be easy back there, and I'm sure there are people waiting for her to come home. To her, this is a faraway city, with a completely different culture. But... I hesitate, unable to say anything.
お前に悔しいという思いはあるか？
You are ashamed of what you are thinking. Huh? Ashamed? What?
私との約束を破ることをだ。
About breaking your promise to me. My promise? Yuela looked straight into my eyes. My promise with her.
お前は私の剣に魔力を取り戻してくれると言った。私はそのためにお前の護衛になった。
I became your guard because you said you would restore my sword's magic.
私は約束を破るつもりはない。
I have no intentions of breaking my promise. But you could have your sword fixed if you went home, right?
私はお前に頼んだんだ。
I asked you to do it.
だが、お前にとってそれが迷惑だと言うなら。
But if my presence bothers you... I didn't say that. I accidentally shout at her. You're not a bother. If I can, I want to do a good job reforging your sword.
ならば、それでいいのではないか。
Then will that not be fine? Does that mean you're going to stay here?
お前はまだ護衛は必要としてるのか？
Do you still need a guard? Of course. Not a guard, though. I need your help. You're my friend. Oh? Are you happy about this?
お前は嬉しいのか？
Are you happy about it? Very happy. I know that Emilita, Sarawi, and the others will be too. You're a friend who has been through a lot with us.
そうか。いろいろとすまなかったな。
I see. I apologize for what has happened. Don't apologize for that. Everyone will be happy just to hear you say thank you. Well, alright. Okay. I'm glad to keep working with you.
あ、またしばらく厄介になる。
Yeah, I will be counting on you for a while longer. I'll tell everybody right away. Just wait here while I go get them.
わかった。
Understood. Yuela nods, then turns to leave my room. But she stops with her back to me. Yes? Is there something else?
その、なんだ。
Well...
ありがとう。
Thank you. I'm so surprised that I can't move. Yuela scowls restlessly, and then shakes her head at herself.
ダメだ。やはりおかしい。無理だったろ？
No, it's still strange. Perhaps it's impossible. No, it wasn't strange at all. You're welcome. I smile awkwardly, and I think I see a small blush color her cheeks.
お前は、なんというか。
You are... such a... Me? I'm what?
なんでもない。ただの気のせいだ。
Nothing. You're hearing things. Yuela shakes her head again, then abruptly leaves. After that, I fetch the others and let them know that Yuela will be staying in Uedora a while longer.
もうしばらく世話になる。
I will continue to be in your debt.
ラジャだよ。これからもよろしく。
Roger that. I'm happy to keep working with you.
よかったですね。
How wonderful.
私ね、なんとなくこうなるんじゃないかなって思ってたよ。どうせならここに住んじゃったら？
You know, somehow I thought it would turn out like this. Anyway, are you going to live here now?
そんなことできるわけなかろう。
I cannot imagine that happening.
でもしばらくはいるんだよね。
Huh? But you're staying a while, right?
それは何かの冗談か。すまないが、私にはユイドラの冗談はわからない。
Is this some kind of joke? I'm sorry. I do not understand Uedora's jokes.
冗談？なんで？ユイドラにいるよね。どうせだからずっとユイドラに住んじゃったらって言ったんだけど。
Huh? A joke? What? You'll be in Uedora, right? If you'll be here a long time, you're living here.
ああ、なんだ、そういうことか。
Ah, so that's what you meant.
どういうことだって思ったの？
What did you think I meant?
私が勘違いしただけだ。
I was simply mistaken.
なんで赤くなってるの？
Why are you blushing?
赤くなってなどいない。
I am not blushing.
ユエラかわいい。
So cute. Unable to stand it any longer, Yuela sulkily turns away from Emilita and retreats to the corner of the workshop. Emilita and Sarui laugh together, enjoying themselves immensely. Anything new? No? Well, here's something new. So anyway, Yuela will be staying in Uedora for a while. Glad to hear it. And there's one other thing. She's not my guard anymore. She's my friend. I see. That sounds quite comfortable. Yep. The old man nods and laughs. Yuela stays silent, but this time it feels different. She steps forward toward him, and reaches out her hand.
これからも世話になる。
I will be counting on your help again. He looks at her, confused. Okay. Same here. He laughs bashfully and takes her hand. Yuela awkwardly shakes hands with him. Wow, that's surprising. You've got really good hands. The hands of an expert swordsman. I hold my hand out to her. Yuela stares at it.
何の真似だ？
What are you doing? I wanted to shake your hand too. She just looks at it, holding her own hands close to her.
なぜお前の手など握らねばならんのだ。それにお前にはもう挨拶をしただろう。
Why should I shake your hand? I've already exchanged greetings with you. Eh? Don't be like that. It's got to be a proper welcome. Yuela puts out her hand reluctantly. She squeezes my palm for just a second before letting go. Eh? That's it? That was nothing.
お前にはそれで十分だ。
That's enough for you. Just look at you guys. Very interesting indeed. The old man laughs loudly. What just now was interesting? Looks like you've still got a hard road ahead of you, Will. Good luck. He keeps laughing by himself as he goes off to tend to other customers. Yuela looks away, but I think I saw a small smile on her face too. I'm confused right now, but still happy to know that Yuela's staying. Is it? Surely that's not. Hang on. Yeah, okay. A conspicuous group of 3 women walks through the plaza. The 3 of them walk through the crowd, glancing at the stands that fill the area.
はあ、市場っていつ来ても楽しいよね。
Oh, it's always fun coming to the market.
そうですね。人間の街には本当にたくさんのものがありますね。
It is. Human cities are full of so many things.
ユエラの故郷でもそうなの？
Is it like this where you're from, Yuela?
何がだ？
What?
もう、ユエラ、ちゃんと話聞いてた？
Jeez, Yuela. Were you even listening?
聞いていた。
I heard you.
どうだかな。せっかくこうして女同士で出かけてるんだから、楽しい会話をしようよ。
I wonder. Us girls finally got to go out together. Let's have fun and talk.
そういえば、ユエラってどうしてユイドラに残ることにしたの？
That reminds me. Why did you decide to stay in Yuidora?
まだ仕事が終わっていないからだ。
Because my work has not finished yet.
ユエラは本当に真面目なんですね。
You really are quite serious, aren't you?
でもさ、ウィルの仲間には私もセラビーもいるし、ウィルだって結構強いよね。
But you know, Will's got me and Sarawi. He's strong too, right?
それでも護衛が私の仕事だ。
Being his guard is still my job.
リスナフロディの方々は多くの人がそういう風にきちんとした考え方をするそうですね。
I wonder if all the people of Disneyfrodi consider things that seriously.
ユイドラの交渉だってそうだよ。みんな真面目に仕事してるよ。
The alchemists of Yuidora do too. Everybody works hard.
それについてはこの町も変わらないな。
The cities are no different.
私ね、交渉の仕事見てるのって大好き。
You know, I love watching alchemists work.
私も大好きですね。特に熟練した交渉の技は見ているだけで感動します。
I love that too. It is particularly impressive seeing the techniques of a skilled alchemist.
ユエラはウィルのことどう思う？
What about you, Yuela? What do you think about Will?
なぜ急にウィルの話になった？
Why are we suddenly talking about him?
急にじゃないよ。ウィルの仕事見ててどう思う？
It's not sudden. Weren't we all thinking about watching him work?
私は交渉のことを評価する立場にない。
I am not in a position to evaluate an alchemist.
そんな堅苦しく考えなくていいよ。見ててどう思ったってこと？
You don't need to be so formal about it. Just tell us how you feel when you watch him.
そうだな。最初は拙いところもあったようだが、仕事ぶりは称賛に値すると思う。
I suppose his work seemed poor at first, but I think it is praiseworthy now.
ふーん。
Hmm?
ねえ、ユエラってさ、ウィルのこと好きでしょ？
Hey, Yuela. You like Will, right?
なんでしかめっ面してるの？
Why are you frowning?
急に妙なことを言い出すからだ。
Because you suddenly brought up something strange.
でも好きでしょ？
Eh? But you do like him, right?
嫌いではない。
I do not hate him.
好きでしょ？
Then you like him?
交渉としてはこれからもっと立派になるだろうな。
I think that he will become an even more amazing alchemist.
嫌いなの？
You hate him?
嫌いなものの護衛など引き受けないだろう。
I would not be the guard of someone I hate.
じゃあやっぱり好きなんだ。
Then you do like him.
先ほどから気になっていたが、私の言っていることをちゃんと理解しているのか？
I have been wondering for a while, but do you understand what I'm saying?
理解してるよ。だからウィルのことが好きなんでしょ？
Huh? I understand. So you like Will, right?
エミリッタは少しせっかちですからね。
You're rushing things a little, Emilita.
まあ、 じゃあユエラはどうしてユイドラに残ったの？ウィルが好きだったからじゃないの？
Eh? But then why did she stay in Yuidora? It's because she likes Will, right?
何か誤解をしているようだが。
I think you have misunderstood something.
あらあら、じゃあ本当に仕事のことだけで残ったんですか？
My. Then you really just stayed here for your work.
ねえ、そんなのつまんないよ。ユエラって人を好きになったことってないの？
Eh? That's so boring. Geez, Yuela. Don't you like anybody?
父上や母上や姉上は好きだった。
I like my father, my mother, and my sister.
違うでしょ。だから好きな人はいないのって話だよ。
That's different. When you talk about liking someone, it's not about that.
そもそも私は人を好きになどならない。なれば剣が鈍るからな。
To begin with, if I like others, then my blade will be dulled.
なんかショックっていうか、むしろかわいそうな気がしてきた。
That's kind of surprising. And I feel kind of bad about it.
それはユエラとウィルどちらについてですか？
You mean, for Yuela or Will?
両方。
Both.
なるほど。
Ah, indeed.
何を二人でこそこそと話しているんだ？
What are you two whispering about?
ユエラにはがっかりしたって話。
What you said was kinda depressing.
それはすまなかったな。
Well, I'm sorry about that.
もう全然謝ってない。
Jeez, don't apologize.
エミリッタ、あまり追求しても仕方ありませんよ。何事にも時間というものが必要なのですから。
Emilita, it won't help to push her too hard. Sometimes, a little time is necessary.
わかった。もういいよ。
I know. That's enough. While I'm out shopping, I see Yuela going off to see the cat again.
毛艶が悪くなってきたな。餌が悪いのか、それともちゃんと食べていないのか？
Your hair has gotten worse. Is the food bad? Or are you not eating properly? It looks like she didn't notice that I followed her. I approach slowly, and call out to her from behind. If you're so worried about him, why not keep him as a pet? Yuela looks back at me, blushing and glaring.
私の背後に黙って立つな。
Do not sneak up on me. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to surprise you. Yuela lets go of the cat and stands up. She takes out her gold brocade bag, puts a small dried fish on her palm, and feeds it to the cat. Do you always feed him here?
たまたま持ち歩いていただけだ。
I just happened to be carrying it. She's cold, same as always. But I know that she's not doing it out of any hostility. Her behavior doesn't confuse me anymore. Do people in Disneyfrode keep dogs and cats as pets?
和尚は犬を飼ってらっしゃった。白い犬で和尚の言うことしか聞かなかった。犬は主人に忠実だからな。
The monk had a dog once. It was white, and listened to nobody but him. Dogs are faithful to their masters. Well, you play with the cat, right? Don't you want to keep him as your pet?
私は居候だ。子供とて居候の部ぐらいわきまえる。飼ってみたいなどと思ったこともない。
I am a vagrant. Even he knows that I am a vagrant. I cannot have a pet. Maybe I'll keep him as my pet then. He really likes you, and it doesn't look like anybody else is taking care of him. How about it?
何を言い出すんだ。私は別に。
What are you telling me this for? I have nothing to do with... Yuela stammers and avoids looking at me. She kneels down to the cat snuggled against her feet.
お前、本当に主人はいないのか?
You really do not have a master. The cat mews in answer. What's his name? What do you call him?
いや、その...
Huh? No. Cha-cha. Cha-cha. A boy's voice suddenly echoes from the other side of the alley. The cat jumps out of Yuela's hands. It runs straight to the boy, and nestles against his feet. Ah, Cha-cha. This is where you were. Where'd you go? I was looking all over for you. The boy happily picks up the cat and leaves. Yuela stays still, watching them leave, then quietly picks up the half-eaten fish and puts it back in her little bag.
チャチャか。悪くない名前だ。
Cha-cha. It is not a bad name. She mutters quietly, and then leaves. Oh, here it is. Look, Yuela. I'm reading through a book of patents I borrowed from the guild.
できそうか?
You can do it. Yeah, I think this should be really helpful. I really feel like a craftsman now. These techniques are quite different. This taught me just how important the fire is to forging Disneyfrodi swords, but I still need to do more research. I can't tell what gives it that unique look. There must be some secret there to putting magic into their swords. If I follow up on this, I should be able to restore the magic in your sword soon. Yuela looks pleased, I think. It's hard to tell how she feels from just her voice and how she carries herself, though. I wish I knew more. Yuela. With a fluttering of wings, Shardy flies into the room.
あら？今日は何調べてるの？
Hello. What you reading today? She comes right up to me and drapes her arm around my back. Shardy, what are you doing?
また難しそうな本読んでるね。剣に関して？
It looks like another complicated book. Swords? She looks down at it as she rests the weight of her chest against my head. Yeah, this shows how Disneyfrodians forge magic into their swords.
へえ、そうなんだ。ちょっと面白そうだね。
Oh, so that's it. It looks kinda interesting. Now that she's actually interested, she leans on me with her full weight to get a better look. Hey, Shardy, get off me a minute. I glance to the side at Yuela. She's completely expressionless.
剣に魔力を付加するのってこんな風に本を読んじゃえばできちゃうことなの？
Will you be able to add magic to a sword after reading this book? No, there's still a little more to go. But this should teach me the technique for doing it.
やっぱり難しいんだ。もし私の力が必要だったらいつでも言ってくれていいからね。
Then it is still difficult. If you ever need my help, just say the word. Shardy grins impishly like only a mare can, and rubs her breasts against my back.
そうしたら見返りもねだれるし。せーのとか。
And in return, I'll have a little taste of you. Shardy is clearly teasing me now, and caresses my cheek with her fingers. Give me a break, Shardy. As I'm struggling to get her off of me, Yuela abruptly stands up.
私はお邪魔なようだな。
I seem to be in your way. Ah, Yuela, wait. I wasn't... She ignores me, and briskly walks to the door. She pauses there, and looks back.
ごゆっくり。
Take your time. And the door closes. Was she mad?
あらウィル、そっぽ向いてないでお勉強お勉強。
Come on, Will. Don't get distracted. Study, study. What terrible timing. Cursing my own cowardice, I try to concentrate on the book. Once I read this, I should know at least what to do. I've learned a lot so far from working with Uya. And that will be useful in the future. I'll have to keep researching more. After that, it seems like sacred power is needed to make the magic stay in the sword. I think I can do it though. I've learned a lot about holy power from what Melodiana has taught me. In any case, I'm pretty close to being able to recover her sword's magic. I just need to work a little harder. While I'm carrying out supplies to sell in the shop one morning, Emilita apparently has the morning free, and stops by to chat while I work. She just chatters about breakfast, where she went shopping yesterday, things like that. After a while, I turn my back to her and begin working in the forge, just answering her in spare moments. Eventually, she gets quiet too. I thought that she was letting me concentrate on my work, but out of nowhere, she suddenly asks me something.
ねえ、ウィルってユエラのことが好きなの？
Hey, Will, do you like Yuela? Smack. Ow. He hit his fucking hand or something. I accidentally strike my finger.
どうしたの？何やってるのよ。そんな初心者じゃないんだから。
What happened? What are you doing? You shouldn't make a rookie mistake like that. It's because you suddenly said something weird.
そっか。ごめんね、邪魔して。
I see. Sorry for bothering you. Emilita shuts up. I calm myself down, and pick up the hammer again.
もうキスぐらいした？
Have you kissed her yet? I hit a different finger. I jump up and try to shake feeling back into my hand. It hurts even more this time. A lot more. I turn to Emilita, sucking on my swelling finger. What the... Why are you asking me weird questions? What's wrong with you? Why are you asking me these weird questions?
まだなの？
You did it again. Ah, ow. It felt like my finger was going to fall off. Seriously, stop asking weird things. I sit back down at the forge, and pump the bellows to heat it back up.
ウィルって童貞なの？
Are you still a virgin? Phoom! Ah! Hot, 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 hot! The sparks that blast out catch on my bangs, and I desperately smack them to put them out.
あ、ごめん。まだだった？
Ah, sorry. Again? Why are you asking me these things?
ウィルがユエラのこと好きなのかなと思って。
Because I think you like Yuela. What are you talking about? Why would you think I... My words trail off when I see something. She steps out quietly from the doorway. Yuela slowly walks up to me. Ah, Yuela, I...
見せてみろ。
Show me it. Yuela takes my hand and brings it up to her eyes, and stares at my red and swollen finger. I'm okay. Watching her stare intently at my finger is making my heart race.
まあ、大丈夫そうだな。
Well, you seem fine. Yuela looks up at me. Right into my eyes.
なんだ
What? I mean, I think I'm okay.
職人の手は大事だ。ちゃんと手当てをしておけ。
An alchemist's hands are important. Take care of them. Yuela reaches behind her and picks up some bandages that she brought. She hands them to me. Our fingers brush against each other, and then she quickly pulls her hand back.
自分でやれるな。
You can do it yourself. Yeah, of course. Yuela turns away and quickly strides toward the door like she's running away. Yuela, what I meant before was...
気にするな。お前は何も間違ったことを言っていない。
Do not worry. You have done nothing wrong. She walks out of the room. Emilita was quietly watching us the whole time. She lets out a small sigh. Emilita, you should have told me that she was here.
ずっといたよ。ウィルがこっち見なくて気づかなかっただけでしょ。
She was here the whole time. You just weren't paying any attention. Then why were you asking me that stuff when she was here?
あんなことって？
That stuff? You know. I'm not even sure what to say anymore. I need to tell her I'm sorry. I don't want her to be mad at me.
何があったのか知らないけど、言うべきことはちゃんと言わないとダメだよ。
I don't know what happened, but you've got to put things out in the open.
じゃあ、私もご飯食べるから行くね。
Okay, I'm going to go get lunch. Emilita trots out without waiting for a response. After I bandage up my throbbing finger, I get back to work. But my heart is still racing. I need to take Yuela's measurements again to adjust her armor. Thanks to what Emilita said the other day, whenever we've been alone together, it's been kind of awkward. But this is important work for me as an alchemist, so I had to call her in.
また前のようにすればいいのか
I should do the same as before. Yeah, thanks for helping me. I'll look away. I turn my back to her. I patiently wait for her to get undressed. But I don't hear her moving. Yuela, are you done? I open my eyes slowly and carefully turn around. She's standing there, still completely dressed. Is something the matter? It's feeling even more awkward now.
いや、そうだな。ただ、前と同じようにすればいいんだな。
No. Indeed. I just have to do the same as before. Yeah, that'll be fine.
わかった。
Understood. I turn away from her again. After a few moments, I finally hear the rustle of her clothing as she gets undressed.
いいぞ。
There. I turn around and see her looking unusually tense. It looks like she's trembling a little bit. Are you cold? I can make the fire stronger.
不要だ。それより、やるなら早くしてくれ。
Not needed. Instead, just do this quickly. Got it. I take out my measuring string and walk up to her. Her measurements so far are the same as before. Maybe I was overthinking this. Her fingers are definitely trembling, though. And why does she have her eyes closed tight? Please stay still. I wrap the string around her shoulders very carefully. Yuela's hair flutters slightly in the light draft blowing through the room, brushing against my arm. Yuela trembles and starts to turn away from me. Her chest moves as she jolts, and her nipple brushes against my hand under the thin apron. Ah! She lets out a cute yelp. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I step away from her, confused. I can still feel her nipple against my hand, and hear her cute cry in my ears. Yuela blushes deeply as she quietly looks at me. Please be careful. I'm really sorry. You should try to relax too. This is just normal measuring. Why is she trembling so much? She's making me blush too, and I can't look at her. Keeping my eyes down, I take the rest of her measurements. I'm so nervous now that my hands are trembling too. My fingers accidentally brush against her hips, and she shakes again. Sorry. Hurry up. Yuela's legs are quivering. Is she so mad that she's shaking? If I mess up again, I'm sure she'll go for her sword. I carefully measure her waist, feeling even more nervous than before. Suddenly, the wind blows through the room, blowing up the flimsy apron. For just a moment, there's an incredible sight right before my eyes. She hurriedly covers herself. I stay rock still, with my eyes open wide. Did you see? I didn't see anything. I lie and look away from her. You saw, didn't you, wretch? Her words are choked. I can't meet her eyes. I stay looking away from her. She moves. I prepare myself. Is she going to hit me, slap me, or use her sword? I keep my eyes shut, prepared for anything. But nothing happens. All I hear is a quick rustling of clothing. When I open my eyes, Yuela's already dressed again. Yuela, I didn't mean for that to happen. She doesn't answer me. She just leaves. I stand in my room in stunned surprise. Was she mad? Of course she was. I screwed up. If I had been staring at the ceiling instead, I could have prevented that. I hadn't finished measuring her either. Well, most of her measurements haven't changed. The rest should be more or less the same too. But I did make her mad. It was just a mistake, but... this is pointless. I can't sit here thinking, and that doesn't help at all. This didn't happen before, though. I try to shake it out of my mind, and decide to concentrate on my work for now.